Tonight on Is Larry King Still Alive? We have a wonderful guest tonight and an old friend. None other than President Vladimir Putin from Russia. Hello, Mr. President.
It is very wonderful to be on your show today.
Brings back a lot of memories from the old RT years, doesn't it, Mr. President? Jesus, I didn't know where I was, and I sure didn't know where the hell I was going.
I would like to say I hope for the best for President Trump. I am sure he will be fine. He is a strong man and a great leader.
Oh, I'm sure the president will be very warmed by your thoughts for him and his family, and of course, all of his staff there in the White House. We wish him well. Mr. Putin, our time is short today, and I was wondering if we could get straight to some callers.
Of course, you Americans fascinate me with this thing call-in show. We tried it once in Russia. Didn't work very well, but we keep trying.
Very good. Let's go to our first caller is DJ from D.C. DJ, you're on the air with the President Vladimir Putin.
Oh, thank you, Larry. I'm a big fan of yours. Hey, Vlad. President Putin. I was wondering if you had any comments about the fake news in the United States constantly going after our president and trying to tear him down. Ever since he came down the escalator, they've been on him like white on rice. And they were white on, not white on rice. They've been after him, trying to overthrow the presidency, even though he won by the largest electoral landslide in the history of the United States. I was wondering if you could comment on that, please, Mr. Vladimir Putin, President of Russia.
I'd have to admit, Mr. Putin, DJ in D.C. has proposed an interesting question to you. Do you think the President of the United States has been under attack by the mainstream media trying to destroy his presidency and bring anarchy and socialism to these lands of ours and tear down our institutions? Mr. Putin.
Oh, there is no question, and I would like to suggest that your caller and all the Americans keep showing support for President Trump and his administration. Time will tell that Donald Trump is one of the greatest presidents in U.S. history. Your caller, DJ, was it?
DJ from D.C.
DJ is a very astute observer of the politics in your great country. I hope the leaders will get a handle on this unfortunate situation and crush it as it was in my country. Nip it in the bud. Isn't that what you say here? Nip it in the bud?
I've heard that expression somewhere before, Mr. President, but at the moment I can't really recall. But listen, are you suggesting that we throw away our First Amendment rights and freedom of the speech? I mean, come on now, that's going to be a pretty tough sale with the...
Quite simple, actually. Russian people and American people, and quite frankly, most of the world's citizens have many things in common. And one of those things is that they are easily led down a path that promises peace and prosperity. They will forfeit most anything in the hopes of a better life. To be sure, there comes a period of time that they might question, second-guess their decisions on these matters, but that time passes quickly. And with the right leadership, in fact, the very type that is your Donald Trump, this minor transitional period can be accelerated.
No, wait, please wait.
We had this very same problem in Russia, gone now. And when it is reappearing, showing its eyes to us, we just poke them again and again. Poof, it is gone. Simple. By the way, I love your word poof. It comes in handy many times in my day-to-day official duties.
Well, I have to say, Vladimir, I don't think I'm alone when I'm saying that is incredibly frightening. I don't know if it's incredibly frightening or frightening incredible, but nonetheless, can we go back to some more cards, please?
Please, this is quite something you have here.
Mr. President, I've got to ask you, is it okay if I call you Vlad? I mean, it feels like we've been old friends for a long time.
Larry, you worked on RT. You are part of our collective family. Call me Vlad, most definitely. I have a lot of people call me Vlad in this wonderful country. You wouldn't believe it if I told you.
That's really nice of you, Vlad. I'm almost humbled by that. I really am. Let's go. We're going to an email right now. This is an email from Melanie. Melanie, it is. Yes, Melanie also from D.C. And she writes to us, Vladimir. She's writing, "Hello, Larry. I have been a big fan of yours for many, many decades, including the RT years. I love you, Larry, and I think you are a real man." Oh, thank you, Melanie. That's very sweet of you. Let's see, she goes, and for you, Mr. Putin. Mr. Putin, do you think there's any chance that we might end up with a different president after the election? I truly believe, like so many others in this country, that our current leader is not up to the task. I think
he is doing a wonderful job. The world respects the United States of America more now than in any recent time. Your economy is booming, and you're the envy of the world when it comes to quality of life and social justice.
Once again, Mr. President, quality of life and social justice. That's some issues we'll have to take another place in another time. But Melanie goes on with her letter. She goes, "I truly believe that the president only wants to head back to Mar-a-Lago with his beautiful, beautiful wife and lovely, lovely young son to live out the rest of their days in pampered luxury and leave behind all these scumbags in the swamp because," she says, "please, Mr. Putin, help me. I'm begging of you. Save the country and the rest of the free world." And it's signed Melanie from D.C. Well, Mr. Putin, I'm sure you'll have a comment for that.
I am a bit confused by her statement. All of you Americans live in luxury. You have a great economy. Some say the best in history. However, I must say your viewer does seem to be in a desperate mental state. I think she is projecting her own feelings on the first family. As for helping the president, I am trying to stay neutral at this point. The United States is dealing with, as you say, a boatload of cow manure right now, and it is best I just wait and see what happens, no?
Well, I'd have to agree with you, Mr. President. If I were you, I'd feel like I already had enough plates spinning in the air. Jesus, I mean, God, Crimea and the Ukraine, my God, stay out of everybody else's business. Well, listen, Mr. Putin, I did want to say thank you very much for being on the show tonight.
It was a wonderful time tonight, Larry.
We're gonna have to do it again real soon, Mr. President.
It was very nice talking to your listeners. I wish you the best. And again, I thank you for your help on RT. You helped to validate it as a reputable information source. Thank you.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. President Vladimir Putin, President of Russia, on Is Larry King Still Alive? And we'd like to thank our friends at the Cranky Curmudgeon's Corners Network who made all this possible. We'll see you again soon, guys. Take it easy and stay safe.